Good morning, welcome to your Friday, September 14th, 10 a.m. weather briefing. Currently across the region, we do have stalled boundary over our area and also plenty of cloudiness, all thanks to Hurricane Florence that made landfall this morning in Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina, around 7:15 this morning. We had maximum winds right around 105, 106 miles per hour. In that area. The system really is now just meandering as the steering flow has pretty much been completely cut off, and with an upper level ridge just sitting right over top of it, this thing will actually begin to drift a little bit farther south and west throughout the day today, just dumping copious amounts of rainfall over that local area, setting up the stage for some catastrophic flooding. It did come ashore as a Category 1 hurricane and is still maintaining its strength here over the past couple hours. Looking at the visible satellite imagery over the Carolinas, but also in our local area, it is plenty of cloudiness over our area. However, we did see some peaks of blue here within the past hour. Starting to see some of the low-level cloudiness scour out over the local area temporarily, allowing for some of that higher-level clouds and some blue sky to peek through. But as we go throughout the morning here, those clouds will start to fill back in, and we'll have shower chances increase later this morning and going into this afternoon, maybe even seeing an isolated thunderstorm possible. Just looking at the radar, you can see we do have showers off to our south, some heavier bands off to the southeast offshore. These showers will continue to progress on an onshore component, moving through the southern portions of the eastern shore, and also seeing some showers develop over our local area later this morning into the afternoon time frame. They'll be widely scattered, and with the instability rising over the local area, we can't rule out the possibility that we could see a potential of an isolated thunderstorm. That'll be about 20% after the noontime hour, carrying into about 7 p.m. This evening. But as we look at the next 24 hours, we'll have a slight chance for some shower activity closer to the noontime hour, with some of these showers off to our east moving onshore. Winds have actually stayed fairly or have been weaker than what was expected this morning. Currently, they're sitting around a northeasterly to easterly component at 12 to 17 knots with 24 knot gusts. Can't rule out the chance that we'll see some wind gusts up around 26 knots later this morning, but that should pretty much top out pretty much be the wind max for the remainder of the day, and then winds will begin to steadily decrease as we go out throughout the remainder of the day. As we go into this afternoon, easterly at 14 to 19 knots, gusting to 25 knots, and then eventually later this evening, easterly at 10 to 15 knots, excuse me, with gusts up around 21 knots. Best chances for rainfall will occur between 12 p.m. and 7 p.m. This afternoon and evening, and which is a chance of an isolated thunderstorm, and that'll be about a 20% chance through that time frame. Also see our clouds begin to increase as we go throughout the morning into the afternoon, seeing ceilings develop around the back up around the 1,000-foot level, and then potentially dropping to around the 700-foot level as we go throughout the remainder of the day. Tides are currently 1 to 2 feet above normal, which should be about what we'll see maximum over the next day or two. We'll have those tidal anomalies carrying through today, and then they'll begin to drop off during the overnight hours heading into tomorrow. For Saturday, it'll be mostly cloudy to overcast with a chance of some scattered showers and breezy. We'll get up to a high of 81 degrees. We'll see a little bit more peaks of sunshine, it looks like, on Saturday. And then Saturday night, mostly cloudy and breezy with just a slight chance of a passing shower with a low of 73 degrees, with just the outer bands of Florence continuing to potentially impact our area. And then on Sunday, partly sunny and breezy with a slight chance of a shower. We'll get up to a high of around 82 degrees. For the next 7 days, on Monday, we'll have a chance that we'll start to see some shower activity enter our region again, as the remnants of Florence will get picked up by an upper-level trough and will be moved through our area late Monday into Tuesday. Best chances look to be on Tuesday, as we'll have a system moving through our area, which will have the remnants of Florence mixed in with it, so we could see the potential for some heavy rainfall across the eastern shore. Right now, models are looking more at a better chance for heavier rainfall to our north, but can't rule out the chance that we'll see some of those heavier bands move through our area Tuesday morning into the early afternoon time frame. We could see the potential that we have some thunderstorms as well on Tuesday with the system moving through. We'll get up to a high of 84 degrees, and then behind it, we'll have high pressure building in. Still have a warm day on Wednesday with getting up to a high of around 86 degrees with mostly sunny skies. And then Thursday, the cooler air behind this system will actually begin to filter into the region, and we'll get down into the 60s finally with a low of 69, Wednesday into Thursday. And then Thursday during the day getting up to a high of around 79 degrees. And then even cooler air will be on tap for us as we head into Friday and into the weekend potentially, as we could get our first actual taste of fall heading into next weekend. Just a quick look at the latest hurricane update with Florence, Category 1 hurricane as it came on shore this morning, 90 miles per hour with a pressure of 958 millibars, and pretty much just stationary over this local area thanks to the steering flow being cut off with the upper level ridge over top of it. National Hurricane Center forecast showing the system pretty much meandering over the Carolinas for the next several days and setting the stage for a catastrophic flooding event in those local areas, as they'll see rainfall over 2 feet with continued onshore flow and seeing tidal surges of 9 to 13 feet potentially in some areas. The system, as shown by the National Hurricane Center and also by the model forecast, will get picked up by an upper level trough by Sunday into Monday, and then eventually making its way northward and then moving through the southern portions of Pennsylvania, northern Maryland, and then into our area Monday night into Tuesday through Tuesday morning. So that's when we'll see our better chance for the potential for some heavy rainfall. And that is again backed up by most of the hurricane model forecast guidance, as well as the European model. The European's a little bit farther south with its track compared to what these are showing, but the potential is still there that we could see some potential heavy rainfall for our area come Tuesday. Well, that'll conclude the 10 a.m. weather briefing for today. We'll be back with you Monday morning for your daily operations weather briefing. Have a great weekend.